y'all. Happy Monday. I don't know about you, but I start out the day often with a lot of dread, especially on Mondays because it's the start of the week. I have a lot to do and I want to have the right mindset when coming into my life, because if I don't, what happens is that I find myself stuck, I find myself avoiding things, I find myself tired and fatigued and just like dragging myself around in life. So on Mondays, I take a little extra time at the start of the day to sort of like set myself right so that I can start off on the right footing. And I find myself sort of like inventing this game almost, and I really wanted to share with you. So I don't know if you have this framework, but one of the ways that I see myself, and I also work with people who I coach, is with parts work. So this idea that we are all made out of different parts, and our different parts have different needs and different motivations. And sometimes we can experience the same scenario with sort of different feelings. And when those parts have different feelings that are not heard, we can kind of come into conflict with ourselves. So it can feel like having a house that has a lot of disharmony. So if you're somewhere in your life where you feel like super stuck, like you're really trying very hard to do something, but it's like effortful and it's taking a lot of work, or you just feel frozen half the time, or there's like a lot of chatter and anxiety in your head, oftentimes it comes from these parts in yourself full speed ahead trying to get the thing that they want, while there's another part full speed ahead trying to get the thing they want, and you're having conflict. So I played this little game today to work with my inner conflict, because I have a lot of conflict when it comes to work. I don't know if you know this. But I was like, okay, what are the roles that I want to inhabit in my life today? So I decided that I want to be a queen. This morning, I want to feel like a queen. I want to have this kingdom that is in order. So I was like, okay, so I have a queen. What does she want? She wants to feel prosperous, luxurious. She wants to feel grand and rich. And she wants everyone in her kingdom to feel happy and prosperous and know what they're doing. And she also wants her kingdom to be known for something, just like she wants tourists in her kingdom. She wants, just like that flow. So I like got dressed and I like really inhabited this queen persona today. I don't know if you can tell, but I was like feeling really queenly when I got dressed. But that's not the only part that I got. I've also got a servant inside of me. And this servant is like, wants to be devoted, wants to be relevant, wants to please the queen, and like be really like on top of the game and focused. And my servant's actually the most undeveloped part of me. I kind of don't often talk to her or don't often work with her, and because I take her for granted. So the thing that the servant wants is to feel appreciated. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to, as the queen, like back in the queen, like appreciate and acknowledge my servant today. And my servant's like super happy. It's like, yes, what can I do? I want to just like check things off of my to-do list. And the last part of me that I realize is there that I also need to acknowledge is my princess. And my princess she's a young girl. All she wants to do is learn and play, have fun, and look pretty, and dream about what she's gonna be like when she grows up. And she just wants to read her book. She doesn't want to have to be in charge of anything. She wants the servants to take care of her and her mom to love her. And so all of these three different parts of me today are the ones that I'm paying attention to. And I got into my queen, I got into my servant, and I let my princess know that we are going to get to read the book that we've been reading, that we're gonna get to hide and make a fort. I've told my servant that, thank you, you work amazingly well. And my servant's like, yes, let's get things done. It feels so good to be of service. And my queen's like feeling pretty good about the environment and about the kingdom today. And I have to say, it sounds really fun right now, but it took me a little bit of time to like really get into, like in my body, feel like each one of these people. So I'm really curious if there are 3 parts of you today that like feel like fun. Maybe your enterprise is a spaceship, and you know, you've got the commander, you've got the crew, like whatever it is. I have a client that looks at his life like he's the CEO, the manager, and also the worker, and all 3 have different roles and all 3 have different needs. Maybe you are like a pack of lions or something like that, and you've got the pack leader, and you've got the cubs, and you've got the hunters. Whatever that is, I really am curious about what your version of this game would be. And if you can identify at least 3 parts, maybe there are more, but you can start with 3 that have like these different needs and different roles, and can you do what it takes to meet the needs of each one today, to like really prioritize each one, so nobody has to feel neglected, nobody has to feel like they're having to put up with somebody else's agenda, and they can work in harmony to make the sort of kingdom that you want. So that's my sort of game that I'm playing today, and something that I want to share with you, because something my queen loves to do is to be really wise and to be able to like disseminate wisdom into her kingdom so everybody's elevated. That's why I'm here today. That's part of the game I'm playing. Thanks for being here. If you like this, heart it, like it, and please comment. It makes it so much more fun. See you around.